Hi, my name is Lionel Mwaura. I am a full stack Java developer studying here at Claim. So a little bit more about myself is I was born in Nairobi, Kenya, lived there for about 6 years, moved here to America when I was about 6 years old. Here's my family. There's my dad on the left and my mom on the right. I am an only child and I have no pets. My parents don't allow pets, but being an only child, that allowed me to make friends. As you can see here on the right are two of my best friends in the world. They're both from St. Louis, but we all went to KU. There's Rosie right here in the middle, and Zach, who was my roommate freshman year. I went to Marquette High School, but then went to the University of Kansas in Lawrence, Kansas. Go Jayhawks! Um, where I started a frat with a couple of my frat brothers right here, Phi Kappa Tau. They're already a nationally recognized frat, but they didn't have a branch in KU, and from what I hear, it's still going strong. So a little bit more about college is I went to KU to study to become a mechanical engineer. It's a very hands-on profession, a wide variety of subjects, like for example, math, physics, and chemistry. What attracted me most about it was the problem solving, which leads me on to the next thing. I switched. I only studied for 2 years at KU, uh, but for not like some reason I just didn't feel like it was the right fit for me. But what I did like about it was problem solving, and with coding, there's a lot of problem solving. So when my mom found Claim Academy, and she suggested it to me, I decided to take a break from school and just see how bad this program could be. So far, I'm still in it and about to graduate, and I've enjoyed every moment of it so far. So this my capstone for is, from a claim. I mean, is I wanted to solve a problem that I always had in college. Is it was always easy to memorize equations, but it was hard to know when to use them. And I have a little like lovely example right here of integration, and this is from calculus 2. This is a quick integration example using the constant e. As you can see, there's a lot of steps and it does take up the whole problem, and the final answer is 1, which you can imagine my face when that was the final answer and I could have just guessed it. But moving on, so to help me with do my project, I did some research. Engineering is a very hard degree. Only 2,000 out of the 44,000 students at KU are engineering majors, and that's all engineering. That's from civil engineering, mechanical, electrical. There were other ones, I think chemical, and yeah, there's another one, but I think I'm missing. But yeah, just only 2,000 out of 44,000, which just amazed me. And depending on the program, graduation rate is 66 to 37%. According to Science Daily, that study was done in 2006. So I just asked some of my friends what their biggest problems were. So the investment in math, the volume of material learned, and complexity of the concept taught was high on their list of problems that they had with engineering in general. So my solution was to use a little bit of psychology, and it may take up to 20 to 45 times of repetition to memorize something. So my idea was just to create a tool that helps students learn when to use equations and like how to use them, provide an example for them, like a random example. Um, and this is just, they'll learn it through using repetition and just using the program over and over again with the help to have. So here I have an example problem. 1y equals 4x plus 2, and here a few like sample questions. What is the y-intercept? What is the slope? And the graph of the function. And as we move on to my program right here, we can create an account if there's no account there. So let's say I'm Lionel Mwaura. Let's go with email to @email.com. Password there is some error handling on this. So if we just do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and as you can see, it needs to be 8 characters long, lowercase, up, with a lowercase character, uppercase, and special character. So we could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, shift L, M, and exclamation mark. So, and if you don't have it the same, it will say that they're not matching. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As you can see, it has registered, and you can update your address or add one, enter in a card or change password. But let's move on, log out, and log into an admin account. As an admin, as you can see, it loads the math page, but quickly, let's go. As an admin, you can see all of the roles have actions to delete a user. Let's say, let's delete the new user. Delete the user, John Doe, edit his last name to do. And as you can see, it edits his last name. And also as an admin, you get access to the backdoor of all of the equations that are available. So let's just do y equals x. It's an algebra equation. And this is the help that will appear when the user clicks help. It appears, it has that. And as you can see, if you go back to the math function, it has appeared here as y equals x. And if you click on it, the help appears right here under math help. But back to our example, which is y equals 4x plus 2. So what is the y-intercept? What is the slope? And graph the function. So that function is a y equals mx plus b function. So it just as you can see, there are different tabs here. So if you click on algebra, I go into y equals mx plus b. As you can see, it gives you hints right here. So m equals slope and y equals intercept. But if you need an example, here is an example. And if you click it as many times as you want, it's just a randomized generated example. And as you can see, it gives you the y-intercept right here, which is 0 and -2. So the y-intercept for that. So as you can see, -2 is right here. So as it says right here, y-intercept equals -2. And if we clear that right here, since now you know how to do it, if you just type it in, y equals 4x plus 2. As you can see, the y-intercept is 2, and the slope, as it tells you right here, is 4. And if you wanted to graph the function, here it is right here. Here's the graph, and you can just see the points, and it helps you graph it. So the technologies I used to help me develop that are MySQL for the database, Java as the language, Desmos is to help display the math graphing calculator that is embedded. Postman was used to test the database. Bootstrap was for the CSS. Eclipse was pretty much the programming where I entered the code. Maven was to help set up, along with Spring Boot for the repositories and the object-oriented. To set up for the repositories and to help me with the database connection. Bootstrap Made was also for CSS, JavaScript, HTML, and CSS, all included in that. GitHub, and it's all pushed to GitHub. So future goals, I just want to include a teacher-student interaction so that a database of teachers, like a role teacher, will be included, and they'll have a lot of the features where they could turn off the graphing calculator where it gives you all the help. And it doesn't give you like what the graph is, and you might have to graph it yourself, like, and stuff like that, etc. To include more math areas like calculus, statistics, because it does take a lot of logic to put those in. The UI admin teacher input. So far right now, I have to go back to the back end and hard code it, but I want to have it so that they can put it in the front end and it will just automatically use the logic in the back end to put the equations on the, to have examples of it in the front. Thank you. My name is Lionel Mwaura. Here are some of my contact information. As you can see, you can reach me on LinkedIn. And just thank you so much for listening to all of our presentations.